Onthou ek het hulle mos gesê, kom sê julle wat gaan eintlik aan met die submarine en Titanic goed en wat, en is alles net 'n distraction to keep you distracted from what's really going on vir al julle daar in Amerika. Maar behalwe dit, dis ook belangrik dat ons as Suid-Afrikaners van dit moet weet, because generally there is a flow of things that happen globally. As die een land besluit, ons gaan nou COVID-vaccines uitdeel vir almal, dan moet die ander lande ook net volg. Daarom is het belangrik om te luister wat se kak vang hulle aan daar in Amerika, want dan stoot hulle die goede na ons toe, of wat se kak vang hulle daar in China en dan stoot hulle dit na ons toe. Kom ek herinner jou net gou, just a friendly reminder, on the 19th of June, toe sit nou die Titanic tourist submersible, desperate search for submersing with 5 on board. Toe wil almal nou weet, waar is die miljonairs wat nou in die klein tinfoil, Lucky Star pilchet blik ingeklim het en vir Jack and Rose goedse mense loop gaan soek daaronder wat die hulle se besigheid is. On every news channel, it was about this submarine that disappeared en die mense soek hulle nou, die ding is nou net weg onder water waar ons nie kan sien nie, so diep en blauw en donker en vol sharks en ek weet nie Godzilla goed. Ons moet nou vir hulle soek. Ons sit nou hier by die huis, ons worry nou oor hulle. Maar jy jou eie probleme. Dit was op elke news channel, op die radio, op social media, net daar waar jy draai, was het oor die submarine. 21 June, toe is het nou what we know about the missing Titanic submersible. Toe het hulle nou nog hier die mense gekry en die ding het geïmplode en hulle se lichaamstukkies het nou die kant toe en daar nog niksie. Toe is almal se fokus daarop. In the meantime, USDA allows lab-grown meat to be sold to US consumers. 21 June. So terwyl jy nou daar gesit en gepaniek het van mense wat nou deep diving nou gegaan het vir wat weet ek nie, het hulle vir so lang die bokke en die skape en die beeste en die koeie en die veegoed nou gevat met sy rientjies en daar gaan extract, dis nou die vleis wat jy nou vreet. Lab-grown meat is cleared for sale in the United States. 21 June. Jy is by die submarine. Hier is nou lab-grown meat vir jou. US approves chicken made from cultivated cells, the nation's first lab-grown meat. Hoender wat die kekkelisse eiers maakie lekker nie. Lab-grown meat has a big problem very few people know about. Nou onthou, alles is nou weer in the name of climate change and green and clean energy, saving the environment, not killing the animals, you know, all this la-di-da things. Basies wat hulle sê is, we shouldn't be killing animals or slaughtering them. We should only use their cells to make lab-grown meat and leave the animals alone so that they can live. Let me tell you one of the things I will agree with. Een van die dinge. Certain slaughterhouses do not follow protocol on how to slaughter the animals with respect, with dignity, and according to some religious beliefs. So daar agree ek. Maar ek kan nie agree om te sê die Here het gesê ons moet maar net laat die diere alleen gelos word. Ons bly al van Adam en Eve se dae met blare op ons private areas en kalfvoet geloop en alles het ons maar die diere almal so geëet. Hulle het vir ons so geëet. Niemand het vir hulle gesê moenie vir styse. As 'n krokodil my nou sien, gaan iemand nie vir hom sê moenie vir styse eet nie. It's going to hurt the environment. This is how survival works. Natural evolution. Ons almal gaan in elk geval doodgaan, saam met die diertjies ook. So ek weet nie, maar okay. Ons kyk 'n bietjie dieper. Current production methods of lab-grown meat could end up being way worse for the environment than beef farming, despite being touted as a sustainable alternative. Their life cycle assessment of current meat growing processes, which has yet to be peer-reviewed, found that cultured meat production could emit between 4 to 25 times more carbon dioxide per kilogram than regular beef and all of the hidden costs depending on the techniques used. This is an important conclusion given that investment dollars have specifically been allocated to this sector with the thesis that the product will be more environmentally friendly than beef. Maar nee, hulle gaan nou vir jou laat glo, this is a better option, this is regte meat. Kom ek sê wat is ons probleem? We are just allowing to be led by any dictaminary. En ons maak nie ons monde oopie. Ek maak gou 'n voorbeeld. Bill Gates van Microsoft, 'n computer engineer, 'n nerd. Ja, hy het baie geld. Maar waar pas hy in by vaccines? Waar pas hy daarin? Waar pas hy nou in om so baie plase te gekoop het in USA? Hy het hulle net so opgegobbel van hy het mos baie geld. What is his agenda? We can already see where it's starting here. Lab-grown meat goed. Om wat in ons liggame te sit. Maar kom ons lees gou verder vir cultured meat goed, hy is die ding se naam. While cultured meat uses less land than herds of cattle or flocks of sheep, not to mention less water and antibiotics, environmental costs of the highly specific nutrients required to grow the product rapidly add up. This includes running laboratories to extract growth factors from animal serums, as well as growing crops for sugars and vitamins. Was diere nie geskep en gemaak deur die Here om vry te loop op die land en die gras te eet and to graze and to be animals? So, how can we now use the justification that cultured meat or lab-grown meat uses less land? Die Here het aan die land vir ons gegee om te sê, use it, my children. Be fertile. Be fruitful. As dit nou nie genoeg is nie, then there's the energy required to purify all of these broth ingredients to a high standard before they can be fed to the growing meat lumps. This energy-intensive extreme level of purification is needed to prevent introducing microbes to the culture. So hulle wil nou vir ons convince om die vleis in 'n lab te maak, is beter as om die dier self te eet. All in the name of climate change. Maar soos jy gehoor het, the same levels of carbon dioxide, if not more, could be emitted by using all of these labs and factory shit. Now, he said greenhouse gas emissions from cultivated meat production could drop to little over a quarter more than typical beef farming. In the best case scenario, it could be a greener option, being 80% better than raising cattle. And if you no longer want to raise your cattle the natural way, and for us to eat the cattle the natural way, where are you going to get your cultivated cells from? It's possible we could reduce its environmental impact in the future, but it will require significant technical advancement to simultaneously increase the performance and decrease the cost. But the truth is, significant technical advancements is going to cause more greenhouse gas emissions. Let's just quickly look at how lab-grown meat is made. Rather than being part of a living, breathing, eating and drinking animal, cultivated meat is grown in anything from a test tube to a stainless steel bioreactor. Cells are acquired from an animal by harmless biopsy, then placed in a warm, sterile vessel with a solution called a growth medium, containing nutrients including salt, protein and carbohydrates. Every 24 hours or so, the cells have doubled. Cellular farming doesn't grow cuts of meat with bone and skin or fat marbled through it like a succulent ribeye steak. Muscle cells require different conditions and nutrients to fat cells, so they must be made separate. When the pure meat or fat is harvested, it is a formless paste of cells. This is why the first cultivated meat products served have been chicken nuggets or burgers. Hoekom los die man nie net om vleis totaal en al te eet nie? Dan eet die man net liverpies, dan sit mos nou reg. Hoor nou die kak. The flavors, however, are of real meat. As they are produced in a sterile environment, there is less risk of contamination from disease and chemical. Is it better for the environment? The truth is, we can't know until mass production is happening. So ons is nou die guinea pigs. Julle experiment nou op ons. Weereens, net soos die vaccine. Hier is julle se labs waar julle se vleise gaan maak. Daar is die koeie of skape of niks. Hier is hy. Hier is die koei, is hy. We gaan dit in jou liggaam in. So, dit gebeur al reeds in Singapore, United States is nou tweede. And all products will start off in expensive restaurants and then can trickle down to affordable supermarket prices with economies of scale. In Singapore kry jy net 73% chicken. Gaan aan, hy is weer bezig met chicken paste. Egg whites without the chicken. Do you know with no fish, fork aan?